So tonight we're actually going to cover some ground. We're going to go from Pasuk Gimel to and including Zion, right? So Pasuk says like this. And remember, this is again Hashem talking to Yehoshua as we know from Pasuk Aleph. So we saw Pasuk Beis last time, now we're going to Gimel. Kol makom asher tidroch kaf raglechem. Any place where it will tidroch. Tidroch means step. The Metsuda Sion over here says it's a language of derech, of on the way you're going. It's talking about going. So any place where you step, kaf raglechem, the palm of your foot, bo, any place where your foot goes, bo lachem nisasiv. So that I already gave to you. It's given to you. Kasher dibarti al Moshe, as I spoke to Moshe. So the that's basically the idea that what that you have to go there. Now comes along the Barbanel over here and says just one brief comment. He says, Hezhiram shelo yisatzlu b'kivusharetz. Hashem is warning them not to be lazy when it comes to conquering the land. Ki kol makom asher yelchu shama yenasun aleihim. Wherever you will go, that's where it's going to be given to you. V'im lo yelchu shama, if you're not going to go over there, v'lo yasimu kavanasam likfoish lo yizku aleha. And you're not going to pay attention to conquer the land, you're not going to get it. So you actually had to go there over there. All right, that's the whole Abarbanel. That's all. Now that is Pasuk Gimel. Okay, so now we're gonna move right along to Dalid. All right, we had Midbar v'halavanon hazeh. Actually, before we go, okay, fine, that's good. Now from the Midbar is gonna be the desert. All right, v'halavanon hazeh. Levanon has it, and then Levanon, and this Levanon, all right? Levanon is going to be the name of a city, all right? Ve'ad Hanar Hagadol, and until the Nar Hagadol. What is the big river? The Nar Hagadol, Nahar Pras, the river of Pras. So the Art Scroll says that this is referring to the Mediterranean Sea, the Great Sea. That's what they say over here. Kol Eretz Hachitim, the entire land of the Chitim, the Chiti people, the Ad Hayam Hagadol, and until the Yam Hagadol. Sorry, the Yam Hagadol is the Great Sea, the Mediterranean Sea. All right, so this is just a big river, and the Yam Hagadol is the Mediterranean Sea. Mevo Shemesh, from the Mevo Shemesh. Shemesh is a sun. See what this means in a minute. Yeh Gevulchem, that will be your border. Right? So the Metsudas over here explains Halavanon, Kain Shem Hayar. Oh, it's not the name of a city, excuse me. Um, it's the name of a forest. Maybe there were white trees that were grown there. Oh, so my notes are mistaken. Yar, not ear. Okay, so big difference there. Yeah. Okay, so that's what it's referring to. Mevo, what does Mavo mean? Metzudas David explains. Inyan Shkia, this is referring to sunset. So the Metzudas David over here explains Shehu Beruach Mavoy Hashem. It's just talking about the wind or the side of direction where the sun would set, aka west. How do we know the sun sets in the west? Ma'ariv. Ma'ariv, the shorish of the word Ma'ariv, which means west, is Erev. Erev is night. At night, when the sun sets, it happens in the Ma'ariv in the west. That's how you know. Radak has a sefer called Sefer Sharashim. He talks about all these types of ideas. Okay, Pasuk Hey, Lo Yisyatziv Ish Lefanecha. No one will be in front of you. Kol Yemei Chayecha, your entire life. Kasher Hayisi Im Moshe Yehemech. And just like I was with Moshe, I will be with you. Lo Arfecha V'lo Azvecha. I will not weaken from you, and I will not forsake you. I will not leave you. Okay, coast is clear. Got nothing else to see over there. Straightforward. Moving right along. Like I said, we're going to be covering ground tonight in a short amount of time. Chazak ve'ematz. Be strong and courageous. Ki ata tanchil es ha'am hazeh es ha'aretz asher nishbati la'avosim la'seis lahem. Be courageous because you will cause this nation to inherit the land that I promised your forefathers to give them. Rak However, chazak ve'ematz, you have to be strong and courageous. Ma'od, very much so. Lishmor, to guard lassos and to do kekol haTorah, everything that's in the Torah. Asher sivcha Moshe, that Moshe commanded you. Avdi, Moshe, my servant. Hashem is saying, Moshe is my servant. Al tasur mimenu yaman usmol. Don't depart to the right and to the left. This is where the Gemara over here expounds on this. I think it's Shabbos Chav Gimel, that even if the rabbi says that your right is your left and your left is your right, you got to listen to the rabbis. Laman, in order that taskil, that you will be smart. And we're going to see in the Mefarshim, this also means that you will have success, b'chol asher telech, in all of the ways that you go. Rashi writes, Rachazak ve'ematz mod, be strong and courageous, very much so, b'Torah, when it comes to learning. Taskil, and you should be smart, tatzliach, and then you will have success. Taskil, Matsuda Sion explains, in Yono Hatzlacha, this is talking about a success over here, Ki Matzliach Nira, Lahabrio She'asa Maisa Behiskel, because someone who has success, it appears in the eyes of other people as if he acted in a smart manner. Mitsuda's David over here says that Chazak ve'ematz, you should be strong and courageous. This is referring to Ban Hagas Ha'am Kira'ui. Hashem is telling Yehoshua when it comes to Hanhagas Ha'am Kira'ui, leading the nation properly. Be strong and courageous. Laman, in order ba'avur, Shemiros HaTorah taskil. When you keep the Torah, you will become smart. This is everything on the page. Over here, there's one point of the Vilna Gaon. Lo arafecha v'lo azvecha. In Pasuk Hey, it said, I will not, what did it say? Let's just go back for a minute. Pasuk Hey, it says, Lo yitzvah l'necha kol yimeicha asher kisinu Moshe yimech. Just like I was with Moshe, I will be with you. Lo arafecha v'lo azvecha. And Hashem is telling Yeshua, I will not um, get loose from you, loosen from you. I will not leave you and forsake you. Hmm? Lo arafecha. It's That's basically what that means over here. I will not release from you. Not release from you. So comes along the Vilna Gaon and says, Heftil chlo shnei devarim. Hashem is promising and assuring Yeshua of two things. Number one, lo arfecha. Havtacha she'yinatzech es malchama. That is an assurance that he will be victorious when it comes to, from a military perspective, when it comes to war. V'lo azvecha, I'll not forsake you, achar malchama. It's referring to after the war. Binyamin Eisenberger in his Mesilas Hanavim quotes the Mishvah Zahav, who discusses why to say Chazak to be strong and courageous. Chazak, be strong. That refers to do not be satisfied with the level that you're currently at. Rather, you should lishoif. You should have a she'ifa, desire, a yearning to achieve more, to grow. And because of the knowledge that you didn't reach what you were able to reach, you should always yearn to strive and to reach higher levels over here. And know that you didn't reach what you were supposed to yet. This applies to everyone when it comes to learning more Torah, when it comes to doing more mitzvahs, when it comes to being a better person. Asr lios mistapik b'muad. It's prohibited for a person to be content with the small amount that they have. Rather, a person should strengthen himself with his great desires and keep increasing. Learn more Torah, qualitatively and quantitatively. Also, when it comes to other mitzvahs as well, everyone according to their level. Why did it say v'amatz? Don't give up. Don't have yish. Don't say, you know what, I have such goals and I'm not reaching my goals. What's going to happen over here? No, do not give up. This certainly applies after hearing the instruction of Chazak. Be stronger. Keep growing. Do better. Because the general norm is someone who doesn't have great desires to become great and to achieve greatness in terms of from a spiritual perspective and uplift himself, he will feel as if what? That he is content with where he is right now. Most people that aren't so religious, they're content with where they're holding. They don't have thoughts of, oh, I'm going to give up, I have no chance. However, someone who is sincere and someone who has high religious ideas to reach at and perspectives and goals, a lot of times he'll get a little upset if he can't reach those goals. He's gonna think, oh, how far I am from those goals that I really want to achieve. And he could then have thoughts of giving up. It could get him a little upset, so to say. It could get under his skin. That's not good mentally. That's what it's saying, Ve'amatz, be courageous in a deeper way. Don't weaken yourself from serving Hashem, no matter what situation you're in, because just do what's required of you. And then you should continue with this at the end. Yeah, we discussed this in Parshas Lech Lecha many years ago. It's on RabbiBlan.com in the Parsha section, Lech Lecha, that Hashem only expects us to do what we're capable of doing. There's a lot that you could elaborate on this, a lot. You have to do what you're capable of doing, and that's it. What was the other point over here? Yeah, I mean, like the story that goes with the Netziv. That the Netziv said, when I go up after my life and they asked me, why didn't you write all this farm and everything? Imagine what would have happened if I wouldn't have written all this farm and done what I've done. So you got to do what you got to do, and that's what it comes to. And this is a very important idea, not to not to give up and to keep going. Oh yeah, that's what I want to say. It says in the Mishnah in the fourth parak of Pirkei Avos, Ezeu Washir, who is considered someone who's wealthy, Sameach B'chelko, someone who's happy with his lot, with his portion. Well-known idea. Some of the commentators explain what this means is you're happy with your spiritual lot, meaning you should achieve for very, very high, but if you can't reach it, you should be happy where you're holding. Right? Others say that a wealthy person is actually someone who's wealthy. Gemara and Shabbos, Chafei, Machlokes over there. Anyways, big argument over there. Then he says, I heard over here from a wise person who made an analogy of serving Hashem to someone who is catching fish. You got to be patient when it comes to catching fish. The same thing is with serving Hashem. You gotta be patient, keep doing little by little. You'll keep growing. You'll see. It will make you better. You'll become a better person. That's the idea. So the idea is that it's also a story with on this that they said to Zusha, they're not gonna when Zusha goes up to Shemaim, they're gonna say, "Oh no, why weren't you like Moshe Rabbeinu?" No. He's not afraid of that because he's unexpected to be like Moshe Rabbeinu. But they say, Zusha, why weren't you the Zusha? That he's going to be afraid of. So in other words, we have to do what we're able to do, and that's the idea from over here. So these are all of the pesukim over here. What do they add over here? Let's just go back to pasuk Hey for one moment. Just want to add what they say in the oh shoot, what did I just press? Just want to add what they say in the art scroll over here. Some of the points that they make in the blue art scroll. No one will stand up against you your entire life. Just like I was with Moshe, says Hashem, I will be with you. So they say that no Jew would challenge Yeshua's leadership. That's they quote the Malbim over there. Now, in a sense, Yeshua would be better off than Moshe because Moshe's leadership was actually challenged. Now, regarding the pasuk of being strong and courageous that we were just talking about, Hashem is urging Yehoshua to be zealous in three major areas of responsibilities. Number one, the division of the land among the tribes, because a lot of times whenever you're dividing money or land, there's arguments that could erupt, as the Barbanel explains. Also, to observe the commandments, the mitzvahs, and to be serious when it comes to Torah learning. That's the idea. Okay, so next time, right, and then they say over here on this pasuk. Al tasser mimenu yaminu small. Don't depart from the right or the left. So this is referring to that the Torah is not open for change. Adding them, subtracting, nullifying, you can't do it. It's a big problem nowadays. You have these so-called rabbis. I mean, certain things that are going on out there, a lot of things which are not orthodox. It's straight up against this pasuk. Al tasr any yamid is small. Right? The Torah is the Torah. It's perfect how it is. Just because a a so-called how society views something as a norm changed, it doesn't mean that the Torah now shifts to that, to agree to that. There's plenty of issues that I'm talking about over here that are transpiring. All right, Rambam explains that Yehoshua was made responsible to preserve and transmit the oral Torah. That's what the Rambam says in his Hakdam, in his intro to the Mishnah Torah. Okay, those are the pesukim over here. And next time, pasuk ches. I don't know what to do with this pasuk. I've got 30 pages typed on it. Tremendous amount. Yeah. What can I say? It's my favorite pasuk in all of Tanakh. What can I say? Okay. Next time we will continue.